I think what we've seen over the last week is a sort of game that's been going on between Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump. You'll be aware that when Donald Trump cancelled the summit in a letter last week to Kim Jong-un, it was because of aggressive rhetoric that had been used by the regime in relation to some comments made by the Vice President Mike Pence. And Donald Trump said that in that context, it wasn't appropriate to hold a summit at this time. But he did say in that letter, if you change your mind, give me a call or write. And since then, we saw the North Koreans fairly quickly come back to negotiations and travel indeed to New York to hold 2 days of meetings with the Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, and then come here to the White House today to present a letter from the leader, Kim Jong-un, to Donald Trump. And I think during that intervening week, it's been fairly clear that talks were back up and running, that there was some optimism both from the Secretary of State and the President in relation to a potential summit still going ahead on the 12th of June. So in a way, today just confirmed what we were all expecting, that being that the relationship had been patched up sufficiently for the two leaders to meet. And Donald Trump emerged from the White House after a lengthy meeting with that North Korean delegation today. Here's what he had to say.
We'll be meeting on June 12th in Singapore. It went very well. It's really a get-to-know-you kind of a situation. Mike has spent 2 days doing this. We've gotten to know their people very well, and we will. You people are going to have to travel because you'll be in Singapore on June 12th. And I think it'll be a process. It's not, I never said it goes in one meeting. I think it's going to be a process. But the relationships are building, and that's a very positive thing.
And Zoe, Kim Jong-un, who Donald Trump sat down with, he's a controversial figure, isn't he? I mean, in fact, he needed travel restrictions lifted in order to meet with the president.
Yeah, that's right. He's a former spy chief in North Korea. He's said to have been responsible for an attack on a South Korean ship, for example, for the hacking of an American film. Certainly a very prominent figure in the North Korean political scene, seen to be the second in command of the country and indeed subject to US sanctions. So previously unable to travel here. He needed a waiver even to go to New York, but was then unable to travel more than 25 miles from the United Nations under that waiver until a second waiver was issued to enable him to visit the White House here today. The most senior North Korean to visit the White House since 2000, when Bill Clinton met with a senior member of the North Korean administration in an effort to get similar talks up that then failed.